A world divided, the nature of geopolitical conflicts. The world is a complex tapestry of nations, each with its own interests and aspirations. These interests often collide, leading to tension, rivalry, and sometimes outright conflict. This is the essence of geopolitics, the struggle for power and influence on the global stage. Geopolitical conflicts shape the world we live in, influencing everything from international relations to economic trends. Geopolitical conflicts can manifest in various ways, from diplomatic standoffs and economic sanctions to proxy wars and full-blown military confrontations. They can erupt between nation-states but also involve non-state actors like terrorist organizations or rebel groups. Understanding the causes of these conflicts is crucial for navigating the complexities of the 21st century. The consequences of geopolitical conflicts are far-reaching. They can disrupt global trade, displace populations, and lead to widespread human suffering. The ongoing war in Ukraine, for example, has had a devastating impact on the region and sent shockwaves through the global economy. In a world grappling with interconnected challenges like climate change, pandemics, and economic inequality, understanding the dynamics of geopolitics is more critical than ever. By comprehending the root causes of these conflicts, we can better equip ourselves to prevent future crises and foster a more peaceful and stable world. Power struggles, the engine of geopolitics. At the heart of many geopolitical conflicts lies a fundamental struggle for power. Nations, like individuals, vie for influence, dominance, and control over resources, territory, and strategic assets. This pursuit of power can manifest in various forms, from military buildups and alliances to economic leverage and diplomatic maneuvering. Throughout history, empires have risen and fallen based on their ability to project power and assert their dominance. The Roman Empire, for example, maintained its vast territory through a combination of military might, strategic alliances, and sophisticated infrastructure. Similarly, the British Empire's global reach was built on naval power, trade dominance, and colonial expansion. In the modern era, the struggle for power has taken on new dimensions. The Cold War, for instance, was a geopolitical chess match between the United States and the Soviet Union, each vying for ideological supremacy and global influence. This rivalry played out through proxy wars, arms races, and a constant battle for hearts and minds around the world. Today, the rise of China as an economic and military superpower has introduced new complexities to the global power balance. China's growing assertiveness in the South China Sea and its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative are seen by some as a challenge to the existing world order, potentially leading to friction and conflict with other regional powers. Resources, the fuel for conflict. Access to vital resources has long been a catalyst for geopolitical conflicts. From oil and gas to minerals, water, and fertile land, these resources are essential. Growing populations and demand intensify competition, sparking tensions. The Middle East has been a focal point due to its vast oil reserves. The 1990 Gulf War was driven by a desire to control oil. Conflicts in Nigeria and South Sudan are fueled by competition for oil wealth. Ideology clashes of vision. Ideological differences have been a potent driver of geopolitical conflicts throughout history. When nations adhere to fundamentally different political systems, economic models, or social values, it can create a chasm that is difficult to bridge. These ideological clashes can manifest in various forms, from propaganda wars and diplomatic standoffs to economic sanctions and even military interventions. The Cold War, for instance, was as much an ideological battle as it was a geopolitical one. The United States, championing democracy and capitalism, faced off against the Soviet Union, which promoted communism and a centrally planned economy. This fundamental clash of ideologies shaped the global landscape for decades, influencing everything from international alliances to domestic policies. In the post-Cold War era, the rise of religious extremism and the resurgence of nationalism have added new layers of complexity to the geopolitical landscape. Conflicts like the ongoing Syrian civil war, for example, are fueled by a complex interplay of religious, ethnic, and ideological divisions, making finding a peaceful resolution exceedingly difficult. Even in the absence of outright conflict, ideological differences can create significant tension and mistrust between nations. The relationship between the United States and China, for example, is often characterized by a mix of cooperation and competition, with underlying ideological differences influencing their interactions on issues ranging from trade to human rights. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe to Express Econ Geofinance Insights for more in-depth analyses on geopolitical and economic issues.